would like to acknowledge that the land we meet on today is the traditional lands for the Kaurna people, and that we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We also acknowledge that the Kaurna people as the traditional custodians of the Adelaide region, and that their cultural and heritage beliefs are still as important to living Kaurna people today. Asalamu Alaykum. For those who don't know me, my name's Banjan, and I'm the Primary Curriculum Coordinator at Garden College. It's my pleasure to welcome you all here today for our special guest, the Honourable Miss Bettison, Honourable Mr Fulbrook, along with Dr Adila, all our wonderful staff from both primary and secondary campuses, and all of our amazing students, from all the way from reception to year 11, to celebrate World Teachers' Day. So we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for bringing us all here together. This is one day of the year that teachers' important role in our community is acknowledged and celebrated around the globe. The theme this year is Hats Off to Teachers. We also acknowledge all our staff and all the roles at our college and the wonderful work that they do. So I'd like to invite Mohammed, Ahmed and Karima Alim to come recite the Quran for us.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إنما المؤمنون إخوة فأصلحوا بين أخويكم واتقوا الله لعلكم ترحمون يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى أن يكونوا خيرا منهم ولا نساء من نساء عسى أن يكن خيرا منهم ولا تلمزوا أنفسكم ولا تنابزوا بالألقاب بئس الاسم الفسوق بعد الإيمان ومن لم يتب فأولئك هم الظالمون يا أيها الذين آمنوا اجتنبوا كثيرا من الظن إن بعد الظن إثم ولا تجسسوا ولا يغتب بعضكم بعضا أيحب أحدكم أن يأكل لحم أخيه ميتا فكرهتموه واتقوا الله إن الله تواب رحيم يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن الله
MashaAllah, well done. So he was reciting the first chapter of the Quran, Al-Fatiha, which we all recite in our prayers, and from chapter 49, verses 10 to 13. So now we'll listen to the translation of those verses.
In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful. Praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the Most Gracious, the Most Merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. It is you we worship, and upon you we call for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those whom you have blessed, not of those against whom there is anger, nor of those who are misguided. The believers are brothers, so reconcile between your brothers, and remain conscious of Allah so that you may receive mercy. O you who believe, no people shall ridicule other people, for they may be better than they, nor shall any woman ridicule other women, for they may be better than they. Nor shall you slander one another, nor shall you insult one another with names. Evil is the return to wickedness after having attained faith. Whoever does not repent, these are the wrongdoers. O you who believe, avoid most suspicion, some suspicion is sinful. And do not spy on one another, nor backbite one another. Would any of you like to eat the flesh of his dead brother? You would detest it. So remain mindful of Allah. Allah is most relenting, most merciful. O people, we created you from a male and a female, and made you races and tribes, that you may know one another. The best among you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous. Allah is all-knowing, well-experienced.
Now I'd like to call one of our Year 1 students, Sarah Al-Wakil, to deliver our first opening speech. She has a special message to give to our teachers. Please welcome Sarah.
My name is Sarah Al-Wakil. It's my honor to welcome our special guest, Mrs. Bettison and Mr. Fulbrook. Dr. Adila, our amazing staff from primary and high school, along with all our students from reception to year 11 to celebrate World Teachers' Day. On behalf of all our students, I wish to thank our teachers for all their efforts to teach us and grant us an opportunity to be the future leaders of tomorrow. Insha'Allah, Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I asked Dr. Ijala, our amazing principal, would like to welcome you all here this morning. So I asked Dr. Ijala, can you please come and deliver a very important message to us all?
I greet you all with the universal greeting of Islam. Assalamu Alaykum, Waraghmatullahi, Wabarakatu. Honorable Minister Zoe Bettison, MP, Minister for Tourism, Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Mr. John Fulbrook, the MP for Playford, and their attendants. Our guest of honor, the staff of Garden College, students. It is with honor that I welcome each of you here today. First and foremost, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for blessing us with the honor of being together as a whole school reception to year 11 to celebrate the honor of our greatest assets. No, it's not the beautiful lawn, it is not this beautiful buildings that we have. It is our amazing, hardworking, dedicated, committed teachers. Today, we celebrate you. We celebrate our specialist teachers. We celebrate our SSOs. And of course, without saying, our wonderful, very diligent admin team. Thank you and welcome to our ceremony for World Teachers' Day 2022. We all know that our teachers have shown great resilience and leadership over the last few years. They have risen to the challenges of COVID, but they never ever give up on making sure that they put their best foot forward to educate you, our students, and as Sarah said, our leaders of tomorrow. We all know without a doubt that teaching can be very, very demanding. So today, we take our hats off to you, and I've even worn 3 different colored hats for each of you. Teachers, we embrace you for your uniqueness, Each of you in our school has such a beautiful role that you play. Thank you for taking care of our kids with their different learning styles, their different strengths, their interests, their experiences, and their motivations. To spend your life doing what matters is the greatest asset and achievement of all. Teaching matters. Remember, you are opening up the hearts and minds, and you are the one that is shaping lives. Each day, you have the opportunity to offer your students the world, to give them life-changing experiences, knowledge, and understanding that will one day, inshallah, culminate in them fulfilling their lifelong aspirations. Thank you for all that you do. As we honor you today, please remember to take care of yourself psychologically, mentally, spiritually, and physically. We need you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shower you with His protection, His mercy, and blessings. Can I also take a moment to give my special thanks to all the students and the staff in primary school who is supporting a day for Daniel, which is Australia's largest child safety event. Jazakallah khair and Asalamu Alaykum Waraghmatullahi Wabarakatu.
Thank you, Dr. Adila. Now, the Honourable Minister, Ms. Zoe Bettison MP, has supported our school since the beginning, which we are very grateful. I welcome Ms. Bettison to come forward to share her speech today.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning to everyone, to your principal, to the teachers, your imam, to the helpers of the school, girls and boys. Well, I'm delighted to be here to celebrate World Teachers' Day, and the theme of it is hats off to our teachers. Now, it has been a very challenging time over the last 2 years with COVID. I think the words pivot and being agile have been used many, many times. So when we think about that, we reflect. It means that events like this are more important than ever before. To come together, to share, to congratulate, to celebrate. Now, I was going to be a teacher, but I ended up being a politician. And when I think about being a teacher, my mum was a teacher, most of my cousins are teachers. Why do people become teachers? Do you think it's because they like being in a classroom all day? Do you think it's because they like school so much they didn't want to leave? Or is it because they are committed to your future? Apart from our parents and our family, teachers are incredibly important to our journey in life. Many of us remember a favourite teacher who inspired us, who mentored us, who saw something in us and helped develop our skills. So today we're here to celebrate your teachers. Every day that they come to school, they come for you. They come to help you learn. They come to help you understand the world, its history, its geography, to spell well, to add up and subtract. They're very, very talented, your teachers. But most of all, they care about you and they care about your future. So I think today is an opportunity for us to remember the hard work that goes into being a teacher, preparing the lessons, keeping up to date with the curriculum. And most teachers I know also help in other programs, sports, arts. I had the opportunity to attend your Year 12 graduation, and I know there was a lot of work put into that. So I'm here as a minister in the state government, but for some of you I'm also your local member of parliament. If you live in Salisbury or Salisbury North, some are Paralawi, then I also represent you there. And I'm delighted that I'm joined by my colleague, John Fulbrook, who is also a Member of Parliament for the Parafield Gardens and Salisbury Downs area. Today, we celebrate our teachers. We thank them and we recognise their efforts. They come here because they care, and they come here because they're invested in your future. Now, we recently were elected, and I'm part of the now announced Labor government, and a key part of our election was to do with increasing $16 million to the multicultural portfolio. And a key part of that is a $4 million investment into community languages. Now, I'm not sure if you have any community languages schools here on the weekend. How many of you attend language classes on the weekend? So that money is for the volunteers who work on the weekend. We think it's really important to be bilingual. And by what I mean by bilingual is knowing more than one language. Because if you know more than one language, your brain works faster. So for some of you, you already know that if you speak more than one language. We also think it's really important, and that's why we're putting the money in there, is that speaking two languages is important for our trade. We want you to be able to sell our goods and services overseas. But what's most important to me is about you being proud of your culture, being proud of your language and your traditions, and be equally proud of being Australian and a recognition of your culture as well. By knowing the language, by reading and writing in language, that helps with that opportunity. So I'm absolutely delighted to be here on behalf of the state government. To your teachers, your principal, I congratulate you for coming together on World Teachers' Day. Have a fabulous time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bettison. Now I ask Ms. Bettison and Dr. Adila to the front to present staff awards to our female teachers.
So I'd like to call Valetta Stefanovsky to receive an award. Valetta. Sister Hiba. Salma Alkim. Thank you, sweetheart. Ms. Hadia Hanifi. Thank you, Ms. Rod. Yes, congrats. All this way. Thank you so much, Lee. You're doing a busy job. Now, Dr. Adila Idris, our amazing principal, is we've got a special award for you as well. We have to get you.
On
behalf of Garden College student and staff, thank you very, very much for being with us today and for all that you've done for us since the inception of Garden College. Now, the Honourable Mr John Fulbrook MP, since being elected to Parliament as one of our local MPs, has actively supported our school. Most recently, this week, he hosted our Year 6 students for an educational tour around Parliament. I ask you to welcome Mr Fulbrook, who will now deliver a special message to us.
Hello children, keep this very, very short because today is not about politicians, it's about teachers, isn't it? So today is a day for teachers because they also play a huge part in our lives. Now I just want you to know that I think your teachers are fantastic. And the reason I think that is because the day I got elected, or even before that, when I was asked to be a candidate, I came to this school for an award ceremony. And the welcoming that I got from your teachers, and also from your students, was warm, full of love, and just absolutely beautiful. And so, I'm not just saying this as a local member of Parliament. I know I've got a lot of friends in this room, but at the same time, I'd just like you also to know that you all have a friend in me. And during the week, I had the privilege to take your Year 6s through Parliament House, and you were all fantastic. And so I'm looking forward to being able to do this for you all year after year, because there was no bigger honour to show such a wonderful group of people around where I work, because you've always been so warm and welcoming when you showed me around where you work. So what I'd love to do today is just to say thank you and say wish you all the best, because the end of year is approaching and I hope to see a lot of you over the next few weeks. But do your best for your teachers, because they are always doing their best for you. All the best, and thank you, children.
I'll ask Mr Fulbrook and Dr Adila to the front to present staff awards to our male.
How are you? Great to see you. How are you?
So much, aren't they? Give our teachers, let's do this. We don't have a hat, but let's take our hats off to them and give them a massive round of applause.
I'd like to ask Jude Al-Kurdi from our secondary campus to come and deliver a final speech.
Today, we have all gathered here to celebrate a day of recognition and appreciation for the very people that we spent time with to become the boys, girls, young men, and young women that we are today. We appreciate and thank our teachers that stand before us to help guide us and teach us what we know and what we are to learn in the future. We do not thank them enough for their hard work, their efforts, their love, and their care to make us the best versions of ourselves. We take our hats off to you for everything that you do for us. Every minute you've stressed, every test you've marked, and every lesson you've taught, and every bit of work that you've given are all actions that we will not forget, as this will help shape us through our lives. On behalf of every student here today, we wish to thank you for everything that you have done and will continue to do it as you prepare us to fulfill our dreams, goals, and visions. Please know that every successful lawyer, doctor, scientist, teacher, prime minister, astronaut, carpenter, bricklayer has become who and what they are all because of people like you who believed in them and gave them the best opportunities in life. You are the light that will enable us to become the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you very much once again, and can I ask all my fellow students to join me in applauding our amazing, spectacular, beautiful, lovely, dedicated, inspiring, and friendly teachers.
Now I'd like to ask Imam Abdul Salam to recite the closing dua.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. We start with the Al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. O Allah, you are As-Salam, the source of peace. From you is all peace. Blessed are you, O possessor of majesty and honor. O Allah, help us to remember you, expressing gratitude towards you, and to worship you in the best manner. O controller of the hearts, guide us to the straight path and make our hearts steadfast in your religion. O Allah, grant us beneficial knowledge, grant us wisdom, make us useful for the world and true ambassadors of our religion. O Allah, show your mercy upon our parents, upon our teachers, and grant us the best reward. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا واخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين وصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين آمين.